Hello and welcome back to another in-depth weather video. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell. Today we're going to be talking about the next snowstorm, which will be impacting the northern plains and the Great Lakes, as well as questions about the Northeast and possible nor'easters. So, before I start this video, let's just get through the National Weather Service. Big points here, we're still dealing with Orlena, but we have to start turning our eyes to this Great Lakes snowstorm. We already have winter storm watches in place. That means that this will be coming much sooner than you think. This is a Thursday, Friday time frame storm. So let's take a look at that storm. So throughout the day, Wednesday, not much. Low pressure forms, that's the big thing. Thursday morning, this starts to move into the plains. Some isolated heavy snow banding. Now, this is about 9 a.m. on Thursday, Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern. We start to see some moderate to heavy snowfall from areas in Nebraska up into the UP of Michigan, with freezing rain on the eastern end of this low pressure. Now, freezing rain in any amount could be significant, but in this case, you're going to see a layer of ice, then snow on top, in most cases. That means that you throw some ice melt on, it'll even cover the first few inches of snow, which will definitely help with the shoveling efforts. But as the storm moves along, you can see that moisture really converts quickly over to some snowfall. We're getting less freezing rain overall. But we're still getting some moderate to heavy snowfall from Iowa up through Michigan. That the system kind of stays in this one spot for a little bit. Now it starts to move to the east. Chicago is now involved. The lower peninsula of Michigan now starting to get involved. This storm is still strengthening, 987 millibars. This is late in the day on Thursday. So throughout the day on Friday, this will be strengthening, moving out of the plains more into the Great Lakes and the Northeast. The heaviest snow, of course, will be on the front end, and that starts to move into the Northeast. Now, this is about 7 a.m. Eastern Time. You can see that areas close to New York, northwest New Jersey, parts of western New York, most of Pennsylvania, as well as the Appalachian Mountains, seeing snow. Some areas seeing mixed, some areas seeing freezing rain, but very isolated spots. Moving throughout the day, you can see that New York, you probably have the best chance of seeing snow from this, just because you're going to be at a point, you're going to be getting the heaviest precipitation at a point where there will be cold enough air. So this is still pretty early, 10 a.m., so you still have that cold air in place before it starts to switch over. Now you start to get that switch over. This is about 1 p.m. So you're near high temperatures for the day. You can see that most of that snow is inland. So areas of interior Connecticut, Massachusetts, interior New England and New York, as well as this storm is now exiting parts of New Jersey and Pennsylvania. Then we start to see this storm, 978 millibars, so strong, but that's mostly in Canada and driving a lake effect or lake enhanced snow effort here in mostly Michigan. But this storm starts to cycle out of the Northeast, and that's where the NAM ends. So, snowfall totals from this storm per the NAM model. Most of the snow will be occurring from Nebraska through into Canada, with the highest snow totals from the Twin Cities area to, of course, the UP of Michigan. UP of Michigan probably seeing the most from this, but they'll also have that lake effect snow. Now, in the Northeast, most of the snow is from Orlena, but a general maybe 1 to 3 inches, very light snow. Now, let's go to the big picture here. So here's the GFS. The GFS really doesn't have much. There's kind of a slow trend here per the GFS. Of course, you have that next snowstorm, but after that, we're still trying to look for that next Major snowstorm after that. Now, the European model has a nor'easter forming out of this. GFS has it going off the coast. Still powerful. There's a lot of thunderstorms here, but weak low pressure, doesn't have that cold air, isn't close enough to the coast to impact the northeast. Maybe some snow showers, that's it. Then tries to get a southern slider going, not enough moisture. Tries to do another one, a little bit more moisture, just not enough cold air. Then we try and see another major snowstorm. This one actually pulls through. A stronger low pressure system, and you can see that this is a very Winter Storm Mabel type storm, where you get New York, Boston involved, but not Philly, not Baltimore, not DC. Maybe some more significant snow totals near the Boston area, as it tries to form into a nor'easter type event. Then a southern slider. This is all by the end of the month, President's Day weekend type stuff. But that's where the GFS ends. So you can see that when we compare this to the European model, there's a lot more snow here. But take this with a grain of salt. This also goes further than the European model. But these are also smaller storms that just add up. There's a lot of small storms here that add up in the long run. So the European model has less storms, but more major storms. So after this next snowstorm that we already talked about, it has the Super Bowl Sunday nor'easter. Starting on the 6th, you can see a low pressure here, some snow in the Midwest, but then powerful nor'easter, 993 millibars, and dropping. So now the major effects from this will probably be a little bit further inland. This isn't as far out as Orlando was, but still at least a foot of snow could come from this. Then after that, maybe a minor nor'easter on the 10th, with, a general 1 to 3, maybe some areas seeing 4 or 5 near the coast. Southern slider, and that's where things end. So, European model has less snow overall, but more concentrated in the Northeast and the Midwest. And of course, you always have your rocky snow. So, comment in the comment section down below. Do you think the GFS is right, or do you think that the European model is right? I want to know your opinions, so let me know. But that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.